pretty.
You look so pretty. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm in the middle of a crazy, crazy move. If I turn this around, you'd be like, "Oh my God,
Ah,
I will not
a
speak to
lot
this
of
woman."
people are moving right now, by the way. Like this
Yes,
is just, I don't know what is going on in the universe, but all y'all are just moving. I know I talked to 5 people this week that are moving.
it just had to happen. Like I was living in one of those fake luxury apartments, and it's like they're not. So, well, in New York anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you could have come over, girl. You're in New York. I'm in New York.
I didn't know. What are you doing tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so then I'll see you tomorrow too then. Okay, let me
Yay.
Yay. Okay, let me get started. Hi, my name is Coco with blackfilm.com and I'm here with Kat Graham, star of Tyler Perry's Duplicity. Thank you so much for joining me, Kat.
Thanks for having me.
So you carried this movie, and when I tell you this movie was an absolute roller coaster, like I'm usually pretty good at least trying to predict with the wave and the flow.
Everyone's saying that's what everybody's saying. I
I
love
mean,
it. I'm like, gotcha,
I
gotcha.
yes, I loved it. And I loved how passionate that you were. But there's a very interesting point to it that I think that a movie like this, I always kind of look at all angles of things. I think that the passion of your character and her level of objectivity, but still like the feeling of having like a level of risk, but then just really just trying to understand what was going on. I think it would actually encourage someone, or it could inspire someone to become a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, I people whether they want to become a lawyer or like a diplomat or a teacher or just somebody who wants to be on the right side of history.
Right.
I want people to know that, like, as long as you try,
Mm-hmm.
never get it wrong. You
Mm.
might not
Mm-hmm.
win everything,
Mm-hmm.
but you might have to go up against a system, and a
Right.
system that is set up to work against you. And what does that take? And the human spirit is so magnificent that, in spite of everything, in spite of all the rejection, in spite of of racism, in spite of all of these things that can work against you, how do you persevere? And playing a Black woman that gets to persevere, and working with
Right.
Meagan and Ronrico and Tyler Lepley, and of all, the king of perseverance, Mr.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry. I mean, it just has a different kind of, it just hits different.
No, it was just a really great cast, and I mean, again, just the synopsis and just the breakdown. I really watched the movie like front to back. So again, looking at it, like in this movie, we talk about the dynamics of like relationships, and people being who they are, and you expecting something very different.
We all
You
been there.
right. And there's a quote in the movie where you do speak to that, and it was just like I tend to be that way anyway. Like I don't trust nothing coming out of nobody. If I didn't do it myself.
It is so hard to to be a trusting person,
Yes,
period. You
yes.
know what I'm saying? But that's okay.
Hmm.
By the way, so I would see online, all these quotes, or you got to be this and you got to be that. You got to just trust yourself, and you got to trust
Yeah.
your intuition. And if your intuition says, oh, I should trust this man, or this girl got my back, and
Hmm.
oh, I trust this boss, and I trust that I'm going to get a raise, and I really feel good about this. And I feel like, I know my way forward in this. I trust this journey.
Hmm.
It's great.
Hmm.
But if the intuition comes and it's like, oh, hell,
Right, right, right,
you
right.
better listen to it, because
I
it
will say
will nip you in the butt.
I think one thing I am very good at is if it doesn't look right or feel right, I can remove myself very immediately. Yeah, it don't take much. Like the common sense is there.
I know that when you first moved into your apartment that you were in before this one, I knew probably within a week, 2 weeks, you probably felt something was off.
I knew it was
And you
wrong.
stayed longer than you wanted to,
And that's
didn't you?
exactly what I did. Exactly. That's like
Now you
nobody
moved and
feel
you're
like
happy, but
moving.
I know you wish you did it sooner.
I wish I would have done it much, much, much
Old,
sooner.
we all been there though. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
Whether it's an apartment, whether it's a relationship, we've all been there, and it's so real.
Yes. And so again, going into the dynamic that she had with her a boyfriend, it was interesting how that initial push and pull, it felt like it was coming from just kind of like they're just disconnecting a little bit. But then when the final something explosive occurs, which we don't need to talk about, it's
Please don't.
like No, no, no. I think that a lot of this stuff though, like this is actually oddly very relatable, but it can let you know how mad making the dynamics of human relationships can be, right?
You never know what you getting in some of these new relationships. You know, you play and they be wilding out and be like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, you
Like,
just,
right, right.
it's just wild times,
It
wild
yeah.
times. But if somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe them, believe them. I want to thank you so much, Kat. It was so nice to talk to you. You have so much personality, and I didn't know that you were going to be here tomorrow too. I got a couple of the in-person junkets I'm doing, so I'm gonna see you.
I'm excited to see you.
I'm excited to
Congratulations on the new house, new
thank
beginnings. You
thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? Like, it's
You're
so great.
very kind. And you've got great energy. I love to see it.
Thanks.
And you did your big one in this. You did. Yeah, you
Thank
carried it, girl.
you.
Yes,
Well,
you
Tyler
did.
Perry, he
You
makes
know,
he
he makes it
makes
easy,
us
right?
all great. So
I love it. I love it. Once again, guys, Tyler Perry's Duplicity will be out on March 20th. It is a Prime original, and it's really good. You guys will not predict it at all.
no, yeah,
You'll
go get
never.
it. I'm
No,
gonna start
no.
taking bets.
That listen, I'm on it with you. I'm on it with you. You have a great day, guys.
Bye. Thanks y'all for
Bye.
watching.
Thank you. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.